Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the Henry-Kern Show.
Welcome back.
We got an opinion piece today, an editorial, if you will.
Opinions, yep.
Yeah, this is our opinion. Okay, this is not fact. This is all subjective, so.
Right. Exactly.
What we want to talk about today is what we believe has absolutely ruined the metal genre for most of the world.
Done. Yeah.
There's, I talk to so many people, and, you know, I like to think of myself as kind of like a metal evangelist. Okay? In this way. The first thing I'll ask them is like, hey, you like metal? And like, oh, you mean that screaming shit? Or, oh, I like everything but metal because I can't understand it.
Right.
Or,
right.
No, I don't like screamo. Or, oh, that stuff that sounds like pig calling?
Right. Yep. Stuff that sounds like a demon.
Yeah. That's what they always say.
Right.
And then I say, well, did you realize that there's a whole world of metal where they actually sing?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what? Huh?
What? That's exactly.
And, you know, I'll pop in like some solemn virtue for them. Then I'll show them usually something like Nightwish or something like that afterwards.
Right.
Their eyes freaking bug out.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, I actually like metal.
Exactly. Yeah. And their eyes are truly open.
I had no idea that there was metal where people sang.
Yep.
And like, well, duh.
Yep.
In fact, the stuff that you're thinking about is not the norm. Okay? There's so more metal out there that doesn't have that kind of terrible growling, just screaming, whatever you call it, sound to it.
Yep.
And therein is the problem. People think all metal is like that.
Exactly. And that's why it's named what it's named. What ruined metal? Look, straight up, death metal.
Yeah, let's talk about death metal. Where did death metal even come from?
Death metal. You know, I've heard from many people, and I looked it up. We did the research. Death. You know, so you got back in the early Metallica days, right? Now, Metallica, heck yeah. But back in 83 and all that back then, you know. So, yeah, so let's go to that time period. So apparently it was Death who started doing the typical death metal vocals. That's where it started of this whole video we're talking about.
So basically Death was the name of a band.
Right.
Okay. And so every time someone talks about death metal ever since, well, it was metal according to the band Death. Death
metal. I mean, you know, you got them growling vocals. Look, let's be real now. You can't understand a word they freaking say. You know.
Yeah, you can't. It's unintelligible.
I mean, God. I mean, you know.
And it doesn't sound good.
No.
I mean, it just don't sound good. It doesn't give me any feelings of like, you know, like wanting to put my fist up there or
no.
Bang my head or nothing like that.
No.
It's just like I'm sitting there like, what is this noise?
Exactly. You know, and then you take not only the vocal point of view like that, which you can't understand a word they say. By the way, that's the whole point of lyrics in the first place, to understand what the hell you're saying.
Right.
So let's be real now. Why are you writing lyrics if you can't understand what you're saying? It's common sense. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, but, you can't purvey a message without intelligible lyrics.
Exactly.
I mean, vocalizations, rather.
Right, exactly. So that right there alone, you know, I can't grasp that. But
what if we growled all throughout this? Like,
exactly.
Like one of those guys would.
Exactly.
You know, and we growled all the way through it to where you had to sit here and try to figure out what we was trying to say.
Yeah, trying to discern what in the world. Exactly.
Right.
What did you just say? Yeah. So not only that point of view, we cannot grasp the concept, but also let's get into lyric content of death metal.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You know, I mean, just take any Cannibal Corpse song name, any of their lyrics, and it seems like, okay, yeah, we're picking on them. We really, really don't like those guys.
We don't like the music, no.
No. And one of the biggest reasons is not just their terrible singing style. It's just like everything is about death, mutilation, dismemberment, gore, and just gross out, nasty.
Right. Satan, just you name it.
Everything is just bad. Nasty and not good.
Right. Exactly. Just not good stuff. Yeah.
And that's another thing right there. That's the other thing is a lot of people that aren't into metal, you know, not familiar with all of it.
Mm-hmm.
They also think that's what metal is about. They think it's about all these terrible, nasty things that nobody likes to think about.
Right.
Well, normal people, that is. People that are not mentally deranged. And in my opinion, if you like, it makes you happy and it pleases you.
Right.
To sit around and thinking about mutilation and dismemberment and and people getting their guts pulled out and and all kinds of violence, especially violence towards women.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know, rape.
Right. Yep.
I wonder about your mental status there.
It's true.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, genuinely though, yeah. I mean, I agree with Jacy 100%. I personally, an opinion, would say I would use the word demented.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something wrong with you. Now, I'm not calling for the censorship of these kind of bands. I think they have a right to exist, just like any other band.
Right.
But what I'm calling out here also is also the way the fans of this go around and make it seem like this is metal.
Exactly.
Okay, this is what metal is, and if you don't like this, then you're some kind of a,
alien or something.
Like there's something wrong with you. Like they call your manhood into question.
Right.
And your very virility into question, or call you effeminate because you can't take it. You're not manly.
Right.
Because you don't like this gross out, nasty stuff.
Right. If you don't like it, you're a pussy. No, it doesn't work that way at all, actually. Yeah. Not at all.
Right. And I believe that true masculinity wants to prevent those kind of things.
Yep.
And though sometimes bad things are necessary, like war, violence, sometimes they are necessary. Sometimes we have to deal with that in life.
Right.
But it should not be a constant focus.
No. And that's the thing. Even with like wars and stuff, and like Jacy said, it does happen. Sometimes you got to. But they don't like killing them,
Yeah, so, there's reasons.
Yeah, exactly. So, with Cannibal Corpse, they like singing about the subjects, which is okay. But put it to you this way, Cannibal Corpse. Now look, I am sure people watching this right now, look, I know, we both know there's a lot of Cannibal Corpse fans. You guys watching probably too. Look. All right. As you guys know, they got a song, Hammer Smash Face, right? You guys know it. Okay. By the way, they were on Ace Ventura. Okay. That song. Okay. I like to think logically. So look, you got Corpse Grinder there, right? Singing about, Hammer Smash Face, right? Now look. Put it to you this way. Him as a person, if you were to take a hammer and smash his face, would he like it in real life? The answer would be no. I seriously doubt it. So, using logic, why does he enjoy singing about that, is my question.
Well, the only answer to that would be anybody that likes that kind of stuff is a sadist. A sadist is a person that likes to inflict violence onto other people and gets a joy from it. Whether it be just a general joy or even a sexual pleasure out of hurting other people. And in my personal opinion, if that's you, I wish you would seek out help.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Right. This is our opinions now, guys. I mean, and look, we know there's a lot of Cannibal Corpse fans. We know it.
And they're not the only band.
Right.
They're not the only ones.
Exactly.
But they're the ones that we're familiar with, and we believe that most folks are the most familiar with.
Right. Look, they date back in the 80s. Death was the first one. But still, you got Cannibal Corpse. The reason with them really is Ace Ventura is mainstream public out there, Jim Carrey and everything, So I agree fully. Let's go back to the beginning of this video. What Jacy said, he nailed it right on the head. Being real. When you got the public out there, and that's what all this is about. They think when you say heavy metal, they think of basically Cannibal Corpse or something like that. Death metal. It's not.
Yep. And it's totally repugnant to even people in the metal community.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying these guys should quit what they're doing or that you can't like them, those bands and that kind of stuff, but I just wished you would quit trying to make it sound like that's the only way metal is.
Exactly. I mean, I cannot comprehend it, to be honest with you. I don't grasp that, and I'm glad I don't. I don't see any logic to it, I mean, really, that's how I look at it, personally, If you cannot understand lyrics, don't write lyrics. It's that simple. I don't write lyrics. I mean, I have seen Cannibal Corpse, etc. Videos live, and I don't understand how. I don't get it. How do you sing along to that? I don't get it. I don't get it. But,
and we're in good company too. There is a lot of high level, in the metal community that also agree with this sentiment.
Exactly. Exactly.
But anyway, I have talked to probably 100 people and instantly converted them into loving heavy metal just because I broke the stereotype for them.
Exactly.
And showed them a whole world of great metal out there where you can understand the lyrics.
Yep.
And, it's not just sadist wet dreams.
Exactly.
I mean...
Yep.
So, we want to just put that out there, and that's our official stance on it.
Yep.
And, please make it stop seeming like that's the mainstream.
Jacy hit the nail on the head. I mean, I'm tired of it too. I have personally also ran into that. He runs into more, but I've also run into that too myself. I ran into a guy that said the same thing. I don't, that heavy metal, that's much of that growling shit. No, dude. Like Metallica, you heard of them? Oh, I love Metallica. Yeah, I'm cool with them. Okay, well, that's cool. But see, he automatically went to the growling though. That's what he thinks. Yep. Oh, Lord, yeah.
But anyway, we want everybody, we know there's going to be a comment war, okay? Just please, y'all, just be nice to each other.
Yep.
Yep. And, we're not coming at people that like this stuff. I mean, we're truly just telling, we think you need help or something, and we feel for you. But, be sure to hit like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell button so you don't miss any videos.
That's it, brother.
And every week there's going to be a new video, new interview.
That's it.
So stay tuned.
That's it. See you guys later. The Henry-Kern Show would like to thank our friends. Kruse Effects. Slip Check Records. Pick World Guitar Picks.
And of course, Nebulous Music Studios in Royston, Georgia.